Happy Friday, fam. It's the Gridiron Gals. It's your girl, the NFL Chick, and my beautiful co-host, Pigskin Loving Lady. You ready to pick this week's hottest games, Mama?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. First game's up. We have Cincinnati and Houston, and I think this is going to be a good matchup. Houston has a pretty good offense. Cincinnati has really been on a roll. Right now they're ahead of the AFC North, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Houston today. I think they have a high-powered offense. I think Andre Johnson is a beast. I don't think that he gets the respect that he deserves. And while I think that the Bengals are really doing good things right now, I just feel like, Houston is ready to try and play against good teams. And I just feel like that they could possibly come out with the win on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Houston this week.
This is really a hard game for me to pick because I've watched Houston over the past couple of weeks, and their losses have come in the last minutes. They've been playing hard, fighting hard, and although I like the way Cincinnati has been playing, I'm only giving them the advantage because they're going to be at home. Because I do think that Houston is a better team than their record shows, but I'm just going to give the advantage to Cincinnati. And I do like Cincinnati's defense. Houston's defense is a little suspect right now. So, yeah, I'll give the Bengals the opportunity to win this game at home.
I agree. They do have a suspect defense, so we'll see how that goes. But let's go to the next game at hand. The Baltimore Ravens at the Minnesota Vikings. The Ravens are... I'm going to go ahead and pick the Ravens. And the only reason why I'm picking the Ravens is because... I only think that the Vikings have played one good opponent, and that was the 49ers. And then they had, that dramatic play at the end of that game to win that game. I think that they're a good team, the Minnesota Vikings, but I just have to take, I have to look at who their opponents have been. And San Francisco, like I said, was the best opponent that they have. I do think that Baltimore will try to come up with a way to make it right. They've had 2 losses in a row. I don't see them trying to go to a third before their bye week. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Ravens because I'm just not too impressed with the opponents that the Vikings have played.
Yeah, I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to lose 3 in a row. I'm finally going to understand and respect the game of old man Favre. Him at home with Adrian Peterson, backup Chester Taylor at running back with that crowd behind them. And I just like their offense. Baltimore defense, as you have alluded to in your posts and showing how they're really like playing bad, against that high power offense. I'm starting to believe in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? And I think in the NFL, regardless of your opponent, if you win, you win. It's a W in the column. So I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings in this game at home with the crowd behind them and let Baltimore go. They'll probably lose a 3rd game in a row into their bye week and come back and, start to right the ship after that. So I'll give Minnesota the advantage this week.
All right. So far, we picked no games together. The next game we have, this one is a doozy. The New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. And this one is hard for me. I'm going to pick the Giants because I feel like the Giants front 7 is really playing well right now. Their defense, if I'm not mistaken, is number 2 in the league. I know that New Orleans has a high-powered offense, but you know what? The Giants have a high-powered offense. Their receivers have stepped up. They've made plays, and they have great running backs and Ahmad Bradshaw and Brandon Jacobs. And as far as defensively goes, I think the Giants have the better defense as opposed to New Orleans. And I'm going to go ahead and pick the Giants on this one. I think they're the real deal.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants too. But what I will say, is I can see these 2 teams possibly meeting in the NFC Championship. Because I do think they're both capable of making it that far. I just like the Giants right now. They are convincingly winning games. Their defense is manhandling offenses. And I respect New Orleans. I think they're going to be able to do something. Reggie Bush, wear extra pads because you're going to need them, baby. Pierre Thomas, wear extra pads because you're going to need them because they're coming for your head. But I just like the attitude and the blue collar, just the fight in the Giants. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see anybody stopping them. I don't care if New Orleans is at home and they're going to be loud, I'm rocking with the G-Men in this game.
So am I. All right. We both picking the G-Men on this one. Next one, we have Tennessee at New England. I don't know what is going on with Tennessee. I mean, I can't find a way to convincingly pick them. I want to pick them, but I just can't. I'm going to have to go ahead and say they're going to go 0-6. I'm going to pick the Patriots. They're at home. They have one of the best home records in the league since 2000. I'm just not convinced that the Titans can do anything.
And the weather is going to be icky and cold and possibly little snow flurries. And it's hard to just give the advantage to Tennessee, especially considering how they've been playing. But you know what? You know how I am. I always get one emotional pick a week. And I want to really just say, Tennessee, come on. I'm telling you, this is the NFL. A game of grown men playing for this coveted title of a champ. You guys know what it tastes like. What's going on? And it would just please me even more if they can go to New England and beat the Patriots. So I'm just going to go off an emotional hunch and give Tennessee the advantage. 3-point win over the New England Patriots. Shock the world. Tennessee.
Shock the world, Tennessee. She's in your corner.
Somebody got to give it to them. This is like one emo pick a week.
Good luck.
All right. Okay.
Next in line, we got Chicago at Atlanta. Atlanta played very well last week against the 49ers, but Chicago is coming off of a bye. I'm going to go ahead and pick Atlanta because they're at home. I don't really have a real definitive reason. It's really a coin toss for me because I think that Chicago is playing well, but I think that Atlanta really played well last week, and I'm sorry that I doubted them to begin with, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the Falcons at home.
Well, I like the fact that the Chicago Bears are not a young team like the opponents that the Falcons faced in the 49ers last week. They won't be able to do what they did against Chicago like they did the 49ers. They're at home, but I'm still going to give it to Chicago. I like their offense. I like Cutler, Forte, and the Chicago defense, they're much older, savvy veterans. People are saying they may not be the same, but they are the same. They're still good. So I expect a really good game, but I'm going to give the game to Chicago. I want to see them go ahead and put Matt Ryan on his back.
You're a hater.
I am. Listen, you know what? It's fun that we're being opposite of one another anyway. So
You're
just
right.
for, yeah.
All
So
right,
I'm just going to Chicago.
We got Monday night game coming up. We have the San Diego Chargers, Denver Broncos at San Diego. And I really want to pick San Diego, not because I love Phillip Rivers, but I want to because they're at home. They haven't played well. I just feel like coming off a bye, they would step their game up. But the Broncos defense has played exceptionally well. And the Chargers don't have anybody on defense to stop Brandon Marshall and Noshawn Marino. So I have to go with Denver because I feel like as of right now, while San Diego has a better offense, they don't have the better defense by far.
Yeah, once again, I'm going to flip over on the other side, and I'm going with San Diego. It's a division rivalry, and although they have not shown us where they are, the San Diego Chargers, we expect them to be this year, and Denver actually, have improved and are leading in the AFC West. I just got to believe that the San Diego Chargers is better than this, and Sean Merriman, this might be his last year in San Diego. He better do something. And I like the secondary of the Chargers. I think that they're going to double up Marshall. He's still going to get his catches and still get some yards. But you focus on him. Noshawn, I don't know if he is healthy. So they can put a little pressure on him with their linebacker core. So I'm going to give the advantage to the San Diego Chargers and your boo, Phillip Rivers.
All right. I hope my boo gets that win, though.
I know. They need it bad.
Exactly. So basically, we are against each game except for one, the Giants. So we'll see how we fare next week. Hopefully, whichever made the best woman win. And this is the Gridiron Gals, NFL Chick, my lady, thick skin loving lady, and we will see you guys next week.
All right, guys.